Hey everyone! Have you ever heard of the novel Sparkling Cyanide written by Agatha Christie? If not, then you're in luck. I'm going to list off all the reasons why you should read Sparkling Cyanide today. First of all, if you enjoy murder mysteries, then this novel is definitely for you. It has all the classic plot twists, and with an author like Agatha Christie, you'll never see it coming. To give you an idea of what the story is about, I'll give you a brief overview of the plot. So, to start us off, we're introduced to the setting, which is in Paris, France. We're never told the exact year it takes place in, but since the time period is sophisticated, we can assume it is sometime in between the 1940s and 50s. Then we're introduced to the protagonist, Iris Marle. Her sister, Rosemary Barton, has mysteriously committed suicide, and this leaves Iris in a depressed state. However, it is discovered that Rosemary was actually murdered from cyanide poison in her champagne glass, which she drank at a dinner party at a fancy restaurant called the Luxembourg. After this, we're introduced to the secondary characters. Rosemary's husband, George Barton, Rosemary's secret boyfriend, Stephen Faraday, Stephen's wife, Alexandra Faraday, the housekeeper, Lucilla Drake, and her son, Victor Drake, Ruth Lessing, which is the caretaker, Iris's love interest, Anthony Brown, and Chief Inspector Kemp and Colonel Race, who are from the police force. The next incident is when Iris walks into her deceased sister's study room and finds a letter that shows that Rosemary and Stephen were having an affair while the both of them were still married. Stephen writes back to Rosemary saying that he wanted to end their relationship because he wanted to focus on his political career. Soon after, about a week later, George starts to receive some cryptic letters in the mail that hint that his wife, Rosemary, was murdered. So he decides to recreate the dinner party at the Luxembourg, where Rosemary previously died of cyanide poisoning, in the attempt to draw out the murderer. He invites all the people who were present at the previous party in the hopes to get a confession. Sadly, George is poisoned with cyanide poisoning and dies at the table at the Luxembourg. After leaving from the police station after this tragic incident, Iris is nearly run over by a car. She passes it off in the hopes that it was merely just an accident and goes up to her room. Then a mysterious character knocks her unconscious. This mysterious character lays Iris by the gas fireplace with her mouth wide open on the gas jet, with her nose closed. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the rest because that would totally ruin the ending for you. But to give you some hints of what the theme could possibly be, it does tie in with the ending, which involves greed and human quality, and what goes around comes around. So if this interested you, then you should definitely head down to your nearest bookstore and check out Sparkling Cyanide today.